Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ass Hat Podcast here on YouTube. What we got here? Whew. This is the 70s King Kong film with Jeff Bridges, Jessica Lange, and Charles Grodin. Introducing Jessica Lange. Now, I'm not exactly sure. 1976. Okay. This is an older DVD. Widescreen version, Dolby Digital, English subtitles, interactive menus, in selection theatrical trailer. The Big Apple is again besieged by the monstrous King Kong. Jeff Bridges and Jessica Lange star in this ambitious remake of the 1933, 43 years later, original, which adds a great deal of camp and good fun to the story. Again, the gargantuan ape battles attacking aircraft high over the streets of New York, this time plunging from the top of the World Trade Center to his death amongst thousands of horrified onlookers. King Kong won an Oscar for special effects, and the horror and thrills are brought anew to another generation as classic and classy production. Show you what it looks like. Got the little insert. Now, this came to me, you saw the video possibly, thanks to huge fan of the channel, one of my best friends, Cody LL, Lane617. He's a kaiju guy. He loves him some giant monster shit. So, when Shout Factory, I think I put it out under the Scream Factory label, said they're going to put this out, he loves King Kong, he loves Godzilla, he loves even the cheesy ones. Gorgo and stuff like that, Gamera. So he asked me, he's like, dude, I'm getting this. I have the old Paramount DVD. Do you want it? I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't watch it that much, but my father loves King Kong. So I told him, yeah, throw it in the package. Next time you send it, throw it in there. I got it in, and like the day I got it in, I opened up the package, did a little video, opened up the package. And my parents got home, they were grocery shopping. They got home and I was like, hey, Cody sent you something. And Dad, first thing, hook up the Blu-ray, we're going to watch it. This is King Kong. This is the first Kong I saw. I was born in the mid-70s. And I did not see this in the theater as far as I know. I asked my dad, he's like, I don't think we went to the theaters to see it. And when this came out, I was too young. My uncle was not taking me to the theater. My uncle started taking me to movies when I was 4. So what it was, though, is this would air at least once or twice a year on one of the 3-4 channels we got, and they would add footage that was cut out from the theatrical version too, so it aired over 2 nights. It was an hour and a half each night. Then you had a commercial, so it was 2 hours each night, and I remember watching it every year. Matter of fact, I can remember as a kid recording it, because we got a VCR fairly early on. It was a Betamax, maximum 3 hours on tape. And my parents, bought 4 or 5 blank tapes, and then I got another blank. So I had 2 blanks. For a long time there, my 2 blanks had King Kong on it, the TV cut. Now, this is the theatrical cut, which is a little bit over 2 hours. Love the poster. The movie is not bad. Now, there's been another King Kong remake. It was like 2005, I think it was. Peter Jackson. That is my second favorite of the run. The way they rank for me is I love the original. I really enjoy the original, the black and white original. It's a good film. I'm not the biggest on older horror. You know, when I talk horror here, I don't talk older horror that often. But I really enjoy that one. As a kid, this was my favorite. I saw this, and then years later saw the original. Okay, the original okay, but this one, to me, was better because it was in color. I wasn't big on black and white back then. Nowadays, the way I rank was the original. My favorite. My second favorite is like Peter Jackson. I am a huge Peter Jackson fan, even though I wish he'd go back to making horror comedy. I understand, he was a Tolkien fan. He really wanted to make this movie. Go make them, man. That's cool. But after that, could you give us like another horror comedy? No. And I really think the failure of the Frighteners just bombed at Peter's kind of thing. Like, I don't want to make this anymore. And I've been a Peter Jackson fan. I saw Bad Taste within a year or so of it coming out. I saw Dead Alive Uncut, right after that came out. I followed Peter Jackson for a while. I tracked down a copy of Meet the Feebles. I tracked down a copy of Forgotten Silver. But this not bad. Jessica Lange, not the best actress, but she's good. Jeff Bridges is great. Charles Grodin is great. And just it's the King Kong story. They go to Skull Island. They end up taking Kong back to New York. They're putting on a show. They're trying to exploit Kong basically, and Kong gets pissed off and grabs Lang and climbs up the World Trade, the World Trade Center, and gets killed. And it was Beauty that killed the beast. But Kong, and this is the original Kong would be the first what you call kaiju film. This print does not look bad at all. It looks really good. It shows a little bit of wear. Cody said the Blu-ray looks amazing. But for me, this will work. That Blu-ray, it's probably about $30. I don't like Kong enough to pay $30. That's one of those, if I found it for $10, just to get that longer theatrical cut, I would get it. Because this is my father's DVD. This is not mine. This is his. He has a small little collection. It's like King Kong, a couple of the Rambo films, a couple of the Rockies, Lonesome Dove. You see a pattern here. He likes his action. He likes his westerns. But he was just so happy. He's like, oh, tell Cody I said thank you. I love it. I love it. It looks great. It played great. The thing is, and I thought he finally got out of this habit. He used to, because when I first moved back here, they had a DVD player, and they would just rent stuff. They didn't own any DVDs besides a few I picked up for. Well, Dad remembers, because he remembers Mom bitching. Remember back in the day, you rent a VHS tape from the store. If you didn't, right back in One Rewind, most stores charge you like $1 fee. He remembers a couple times me sending stuff back to One Rewind and having to pay that $1 for Mom bitching that. So he would always be like, oh, make sure to rewind the DVD. Dad, you don't have to. It's like a CD. You don't have to. He got through watches. I came in. I was outside doing stuff. Come in. He's like, all right, let me rewind it. You don't have to, Dad. Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't have to rewind DVDs. But just a good little film. And this was rated PG. I don't know what else to say, That poster art is great. Because that is Farmer. That is the original poster. God, there's only 28 chapters. This long a film. But, thank you, Cody. And that's the other thing I'll point out. Cody's stuff. Everything he's ever seen, it looks brand new. It looks like, he wears gloves when he's touching the disc. My disc, I have to print on the bottom, in case it might have a little nick on it, Cody keeps his shit in perfect shape. Thank you again, Cody. Dad loved it. Mom enjoyed watching it, and she hadn't seen it probably in years. And I actually, day after he watched, I sat down when I was in my room working on something, put it on and listened, watch. I'm like, okay, this is an enjoyable film. It ain't, like I said, it's not the worst Kong film. That would be that 80s sequel to this was King Kong Lives, King Kong Escapes with Linda Hamilton. Ugh. Or maybe that Kong, the animated series movie with some musical, But it's not the worst. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's a good middle of the run. And hey, didn't have to pay for it. And it's another one to add to Dad's collection. He's got him a little growing DVD collection now. And he's one, he never bought VHS. Like, I don't think he's ever owned anything on VHS. But he got Kong. I'm out, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you did, give me that thumbs up. Leave comments, all that other shit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.